your notice as well. So if you're following us on Facebook, it's Super FM PH. If you'd like to follow us on Instagram, it's at Super FM 93.3. And then on Twitter, it's at Super FM 933. One word, Super FM 933. All right, so let's delve straight back to the conversation. Now, this post by the former senator representing River South East Senatorial District, River State, Senator Magnus Abbey, posted this one, and it's quite shocking to a lot of people. Like, when were you an SDP member and an APC member at the same time? Remember, he just left the APC quite recently, at least officially, though. Yeah. So, but anyways, great things happen in Nigeria, if you get my drift. Okay, let's move on from this one right now. I'm waiting to hear your comments on the story. Moving on real quick. Now, Buhari's ex-minister asks courts to disqualify Tinubu and Atiku. Yeah, now the immediate past Minister of State for Education, Chukwemeka Nwajiuba, and a group, Incorporated Trustees of Rights for All International, have filed an originating summons before a federal high court in Abuja seeking an order declaring Nwajiuba as the authentic presidential candidate of the APC. Quite interesting, right? Well, the plaintiffs are also praying for the cancellation of votes garnered by the presidential candidates of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, and the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar. The first to sixth defendants in the case with suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/942/22 are the APC, the PDP, Tinubu, Atiku, the Attorney General of the Federation, and the Independent National Electoral Commission. Okay, interesting one right here. All right, this is not good news at all. Now, Lagos leads as monkeypox spreads to 26 states. Now, this is another story captured in the Punch newspaper this morning, and it says that the Nigeria Center for Disease Control has confirmed 133 cases of monkeypox in 26 states. Now, the NCDC disclosed this in its latest monkeypox situation report released on Thursday. And monkeypox is a rare viral zoonotic infectious disease transmitted from animals to humans that occurs sporadically, primarily in remote villages of Central and West Africa near tropical rainforests. Don't forget that there was a post, there were reports in May about the federal government banning the consumption of bush meat. And a lot of people revolted, and a lot of people defied that particular sanction or order by the federal government, and of course, health sector. And a lot of people are still consuming bush meat, damning the consequences, as it were now. And it's quite unfortunate because not much is being said about the monkeypox, but it continues to infect a lot of people. And at the moment, only one case has been reported in Rivers State, but Lagos is leading that particular one. All right, moving on right about now, 109 billion naira embezzlement, ex-accountant general, others secure bail. And this is also on the Punch. A high court of the Federal Capital Territory in Abuja on Thursday granted a 5 billion naira bail bond to the embattled former accountant general of the Federation, Ahmed Idris, with two sureties. Now, the sureties must be a permanent secretary and director in the Federal Civil Service. The court also granted two other co-defendants, Godfrey Akindele and Mohammed Usman, bail bonds of 2 billion naira each, with two directors each in the Federal Civil Service. Justice Jade Shola Adeyemi Ajayi, while delivering a ruling on the bail application, said despite the allegations against the defendants in the matter, they were entitled to bail. According to the judge, the bail was admitted upon the terms and conditions given to them in their previous administrative bails by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. The court, however, warned that the defendants should not travel out of the Federal Capital Territory, and should they try to do so without the knowledge of the court, they would have their bail application applications revoked. But don't forget, it's 105 billion naira embezzlement issue. And, well, they've been granted bail. Now, there is a new CAN president. Yes, Oko succeeds Ayokunle as CAN president. The General Assembly of the Christian Association of Nigeria formally validated Archbishop Daniel Oko's election as its new president on Thursday, effectively ending the tenure of Dr. Samuel Supo Ayokunle. His selection by an electoral college, which was formed to screen and recommend candidates for the offices of president and vice president, as presented by the blocks which nominated Wright, was in accordance with the provisions of the 2021 CAN Constitution as amended. Now, the new president, in his acceptance speech, charged the president, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, to tackle the rising insecurity in the country. And then he said, and I quote, "While thanking President Muhammadu Buhari for his efforts to combat terrorism and banditry, I would like to appeal to His Excellency to end the bloodletting, kidnapping, and general insecurity in all the geopolitical zones of the country." And he went on to say, "I believe that the government can do more to secure lives and property, given all the modern technology within its reach." All right, moving away. Now, remember that yesterday was World Hepatitis Day. Well, 18,429 test positive for hepatitis in Nasarawa State alone. And this is coming from the Commission. Now, the state government of Nasarawa State have said that no fewer than 18,429 residents of the state have tested positive to the viral hepatitis B and C. And the State Commissioner for Health, Ahmed Yahaya, disclosed this during a press briefing held in commemoration of the 2022 World Hepatitis Day that was tagged "Bringing Hepatitis Care Closer to You." And this happened in Lafia, the state capital, yesterday. And it's interesting, though. Now, there was a report, I think it was 2 weeks ago or thereabouts, and a research done that suggested that in River State, a huge number of people you would find with this hepatitis are in Ogoni area. And I had the chance to discuss with the particular man who did that research, and I'm going to find his name and let you know. But yes, it's quite interesting. And a lot of people do not know that it's treatable. In fact, I didn't know until I had that conversation with the man in question, and it was interesting to find out that it's not so expensive to treat hepatitis. Now, during the celebration of World Hepatitis Day in River State, the Deputy Governor, Demi Palibo Haribanigo, mentioned that people, in fact, she stressed the fact that people, especially Rivers people and those residents in River State, should go to state-owned health centers and hospitals to get themselves treated, tested as well, and immunized. And I got my immunization last year, and all you need are 3 doses that you take on the same date every month for 3 months, and you're good to go. And it's at no cost whatsoever. Interesting, right? All right, bringing this one now also from the Punch. Owo attackers didn't come to kill, and this is coming from their governor, Akeredolu. Now, the Ondo State Governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, yesterday visited the scene where some bandits carried out an attack, injuring 2 people. And some hoodlums attacked the yard of the Cranebrook Construction Company yesterday in Owo. And speaking at the scene, the governor said the shooting was aimed at destroying some of the equipment of the construction company and not to maim or kill anyone. Now, according to eyewitnesses from reports that I saw on social media and on TV yesterday, it was reported that the attackers arrived sometime between 7:30 and 8 p.m. and they shot sporadically, destroying a few things using explosives. And it was quite scary for those people who were there because that part of town is also a busy part. So even at that time of day, there were people in the area. Now, speaking to the police spokesperson yesterday, she confirmed, she didn't confirm the identity of those who carried out the attack. They were not sure whether it was Boko Haram and according to how the report put it, mere bandits or mere, herders or whatever. And that yesterday, that particular report didn't quite sit well, with some of us. All right, moving on now on The Guardian, front page of The Guardian, as well as on the front page of quite a number of papers, you would find federal government admits failure as opposition lawmakers insist on impeachment. Now, this particular one says here that yesterday the federal government admitted that Nigerians are tired of the current security challenges facing the nation. Rising from its closed-door meeting, which lasted more than 5 hours, the National Security Council acknowledged the deteriorating insecurity across the country, fueling fears among the population and making citizens to tend towards self-help, tend towards seeking self-help. Now, the National Security Advisor, NSA Major General Babagana Munguno, retired, who stated this while speaking with newsmen after the meeting, chaired by the President, Muhammadu Buhari, at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. He said government was currently working on new strategies to curtail the worsening insecurity in the country. Now, this report is coming from police officers. They're saying police officers deployed for Osun polls allege non-payment of duty allowances. Now, 12 days after the Osun State's governorship election, officers of the Nigeria Police Force drafted to provide security at the polls have lamented non-payment of their allowances. They had said that no fewer than 40% of them had been deprived of their entitlements, despite claims by the force headquarters that their allowance had been domiciled in a particular bank. Some of the officers who visited Police Microfinance Bank Shobo were disappointed as the bank reportedly informed them that their money was not released. And one of the officers said, I just returned from our microfinance bank where they told me that our allowances and that of my other colleagues have not been released. And we heard that a Deputy Inspector General had removed the account details of some of us in 39 PMF Squadron and the State Intelligence Bureau. And this is not fair because we worked for this. And this is one of the things that the police have been agitating for. And during the NSAS protest that took place in 2020, it was also part of what was agitated for by the youth of Nigeria and activists who joined in that protest. And as much as they were protesting the end of SARS, they were also saying that, they should also reform the police and ensure that they're paid as and when due, and that their salaries are also increased because of the work that they do. And all biases aside, when you take a look at the work, take a look at officers who are doing the work that they're doing, if you can just really empathize with them, you would see that they're working so hard, and considering how much they're paid, it's just nothing to write home about. Well, anyways, I'm sure you're itching for your comments to be taken, so I'll just quickly do a recap of all the stories because I don't have so much time today. So go over to our social media pages now and drop me a comment. But real quick here, Brigade of Guards, how officers soldiers were ambushed. Unknown soldiers' voice notes stating how they were ambushed and, mercilessly. Another report said that they were decimated. And it's quite disheartening. Now, yesterday, around the Zuma Rock area of Abuja, along the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, there were attacks yesterday. And it was reported that terrorists and bandits on motorbikes attacked the police post there, the checkpoint, and opened fire on soldiers and officers who were, stationed at the place. From different directions, they opened fire, shooting, and an unnamed number of officers and soldiers have been reportedly killed. However, they also, retaliated somewhat, and the Zuma Rock base of the armed forces reported there with some more ammunition, and they dispelled the terrorists who retreated. Ran into neighboring villages, attacking people, stealing foodstuff, and eventually running away on their motorbikes. And that's the situation. It's quite bad because that particular thing caused a gridlock around that road, because this happened at about 8:30 p.m. yesterday, and videos of that particular incident have also been trending as we speak on social media. All right, moving on real quick. Another NSAS may consume police, and this is AIG warning. Traffickers recruiting victims through dating sites, scholarship, football clubs, says NAPTIP. Again, police officers deployed for Oshunpo's alleged non-payment of duty allowances. Military explains Bayelsa operations, denies abusing indigents. Just in again, terrorists attack military checkpoint at Zuma Rock, Abuja, reportedly killing soldiers in shootout. Benin artifacts, youth defy rain, protest against Obaseki's MOA. Federal government admits failure as opposition lawmakers insist on impeachment. As voter registration closes, Nigerians yearn for more. And it's very typical of us Nigerians. Very typical. A lot of people procrastinate until it's about the end of these exercises and similar, exercises, and then they're hoping that there will be an extension. But the INEC is insisting that Sunday is the deadline, Sunday the 31st. All right, Nigeria broke, can't fund 2023 capital projects. Ngige cries out. Peter Obi to federal government, sponsoring civil servants for studies abroad is misuse of public funds. Oh, but think about it anyways. If we're clamoring for, an upgrade of our institutions, does it make any sense to be sending people abroad? And if we're also asking the politicians and public office holders, do not go abroad or send their children abroad for, education, then maybe they would pay attention to the educational sector in Nigeria. Shouldn't we also ensure that everyone's schools, whether rich or poor, don't you think? Okay, moving away from that now, customs agents petition president over new customs bill. 109 billion embezzlement, ex-accountant general, others secure bail. Oko succeeds Ayokunle as CAN president. Group trains security agents in human rights. Lawmakers knock Buhari, president meets security chiefs. Lagos leads as monkeypox spreads to 26 states. Buhari ex-ministers ask courts to disqualify Tinubu Atiku. VAP Act. Ward DC laments continuous violence against women and girls. WARDC laments continuous violence against women and girls. Insecurity, Nigerians fed up, opting for self-help. And this is coming from Munguno. Federal government flags off disbursement of cash grants for vulnerable groups in FCT. Examination security, WAEC seeks federal government's financial support to acquire $3.9 million printing machine. NDDC board to be inaugurated soon, says President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, this is something the president has been saying for quite a while. And there have been agitations from Niger Delta, from advocates in the Niger Delta saying it's about time, and this goes against the NDDC Act, saying that it's supposed to be run by a board instead of an acting chairperson every single time. And so, yeah, we hope that the president lives up to this promise this time around. BBC Daily Trust will face sanctions for glorifying terrorists, says federal government. Kingsman seek NSA Monguno sack over worsening insecurity. Filming police officers on duty is not a crime. And this is coming from the AIG Kamaldeen. Court judgment. I'm happy Hanifa got judgment. And this is coming from the father because the man in question, the man who confessed to killing Hanifa has been sentenced to death by hanging. All right, crying with Toby Amusan, Nigeria shall win last. And this is coming from Femi Adeshina. Troops were decimated. NSA speaks on attack on presidential guards. All right, go over to our social media pages and find the stories. At the moment, I'm opening the phone lines, and we've got quite a number of comments to take on social media. Super FM PH on Facebook and Super FM 93.3 on Instagram, Super FM 933 on Twitter. 07050791021 and 08117431021 are the phone lines if you'd like to call. But you can send an SMS on 09059481021. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished OBI this morning.
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Temple. Go ahead.
Yes, so wishing you a very fantastic weekend.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, sir.
One of your headlines that resonates, tickle my fancy. IGP telling me that seeing police officers on duty is not a crime. Am I right?
Yes, indeed.
And I want to tell Nigerians and my good people of HA, anybody that is doing that is at his own risk. Because when you are being caught, you will not even recognize yourself again. And the IGP will not be held responsible for your action and inaction. I believe you understand what I'm talking on that regard.
I do.
And when we talk about the accountant general, securing there, that is the problem we have in this country. All this media trial, somebody will steal a whole whopping billions of naira, probably 100 million. At the end of the day, the person will use 1 million to bail himself, and the matter end like that. Is that how corruption are being fought?
All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, sir. Welcome.
How are you?
Very well. Very well.
Thank you. AB from Port Harcourt.
Yes, AB, go ahead. Good to have you.
Yes, our soldiers are dying in the hands of these terrorists on their numbers. And there is a meeting convened yesterday, the security meeting, and we believe that nothing can come out of it. The only thing that comes out is the new strategy. That's the only thing that comes out. They want to follow new strategy. But all the same, all the strategies they have been applying all this while, no solution. So what are we talking about? That our people are being killed, and these people are bold enough to even come out 8:30 p.m. It's not evening time. Not even at midnight.
All right.
That means they have imposed themselves, take it upon themselves that look, either by fire, by force, that whatever they are asking for or they are planning to do, they will get it by force. This one Nigeria, I've always said it, put up by British,
All right,
killing
sir.
Nigerians.
All
The
right.
better we sit down and discuss this unity of one Nigeria, I
Thank
think
you.
the better for everybody.
Thank you so much. Super FM Potaka, good morning. Lost that one there. Okay, on Facebook, Faith Ziga Christopher Otoibi says, I am Faith Ziga. Senator Magnus Abe officially announced his new party, which is SDP. Wow. This is a welcome development, and we shall support him wherever he goes. Victor Peba says the president should declare those affected areas state of emergency before it would get out of hand. All right, moving on. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, this is Honorable Chris.
Welcome. Good to have you on the program. Go ahead.
I telling people to film police people on on duty. So, my humble advice to people: I beg, IG are just sending you people on a suicide mission. Don't even try it. I be aware that if you want to go to a police station, is he aware that they normally steal people's phones at the gate?
Can you imagine that?
Yes, now go there. You drop your phone. If you are entering like my one, you drop your phone at Capillary. You see the distance. If the police station is at my one, you drop your phone.
But this is unconfirmed though. I'd like to confirm this myself. But thank you for
let me
that
tell you where
information.
you go and confirm this. Uf Ada, the one at Airport Road.
Okay.
The greater police station. Am I see the mention?
It's okay. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Super FM Potaka, good morning. All right, lost that particular call. All right, let's take some comments now on Facebook again. Buhari ex-minister asks court to disqualify Tinubu. It's funny how some of these men act. On what grounds will he be saying this? Is Tinubu not qualified? Your Gentle says Ngige is one major problem in this administration. He's just there for himself. He doesn't even care about the students at home. Now he's telling us Nigeria is broke and can't fund capital projects. Is he the Minister of Finance or Accountant General of the Federation? On an ex-minister asking the court to disqualify Tinubu, I am forced to ask him on what grounds. Was the primaries not free and fair? Let some politicians learn how to be good losers. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Shileke calling from Port Harcourt.
Good to have you. Real quick, go ahead.
In the area of insecurity, that is what I want to take on my case.
Yes, please.
You see, when we are talking of this insecurity problem, it is what this man, Nnamdi Kanu, has been saying. Are you aware? He said that, hello?
I'm with you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
He said that time will come, that his prayer that God should open the eyes of Nigerians to see the plans of these people. Now, if the NNC will say that Nigerians, they cannot fight insecurity, know that everything is out of hand in this country. So my take now is, it's better they leave that innocent man, Nnamdi Kanu, to go free, because the federal government has no case against him.
All
so
right.
they should leave him. That's my take. And
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
God bless you. Good morning, Super FM Port Harcourt.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome, sir. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Chukwudi from Obibo.
Chukwudi, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, talking about Trust TV and the BBC. I don't know if federal government wants to muzzle every media house. Is it because they are reporting the truth now? Because they did not say it in favor of the federal government? Nigeria, I don't know.
All right.
So people should not report the exact thing that happened. That is what they want.
All right, sir.
So I am afraid this
Thank
country is a failed state.
Thank
I'm
you so
sorry.
much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Super FM Port Harcourt, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Comrade Letan Barry Sunday.
Go ahead, sir. I'm listening. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, the president, the time and tone for River South. Yeah, the court, the ex-minister asking the court to disqualify Tinubu. I don't know why in this country, anything that seems to be good will hit that thing. On what ground are they standing to say they should disqualify Tinubu? Because age is age. Is it age you can use to determine leadership? Are they going to Aso Rock to carry block that determines that this is an aged man who cannot carry block, that this is the reason why they should disqualify him?
All right.
I don't know. Tinubu has a good legacy.
Okay.
The record, when he was the governor of Lagos State, he created the local government. Look at Lagos State today. It has a standard
All right,
that
sir.
people are leaving River State to go and stay in Lagos State. Why
Okay.
is it that we don't like good things?
Thank
What
you.
is the problem?
Thank you so much.
It is a pity.
Okay, text message here says, Obi, good morning. Eddie Diong writing from Aleto Eleme. Suspended accountant general granted with a sum of 5 billion naira. Someone who stole 104 billion naira. Obi, our country needs serious prayer. All right, thank you very much. Good morning, my sister. I'm telling you that the president doesn't know 80% of security change in the country. That's a big problem we have. And this is Afiz from Indorama. Thank you very much, Mr. Afiz, for joining me. Joshua Anyekan says, if Buhari, the president, doesn't know about the threat to abduct him, it means the president is not doing his job. The presidency, rather, is not doing its job. Umahi's brother rejection of the ROM AFC secretarial job makes him my Mr. Integrity of the Year. T-Mac has said it all. It's now left for Nigerians to decide to allow an 86-year-old man to rule them or not. Super FM Potaka, good morning. All right, lost you. Super FM Potaka, good morning.
Good morning to you, my lady.
The real gift, welcome.
Thank you.
Sharp.
This issue of the attack last night, for me, if you said, according to the report you read, these bandits were repelled, terrorists were repelled, and yet they still have the time to enter communities, shoot, carry foodstuffs, and what have you. How come the Nigerian military did not reinforce to go after them before ever they enter where they won't enter? And then you are telling me they were able to repel because they don't enter where they won't enter. Meanwhile, they did destroy other areas. Is that an achievement?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Unfortunate.
Thank you. Temple Amasin says, killings, lawmakers knock Buhari, presidency meets security chiefs. What are they afraid of? Now the killings have reached their doorpost. They've now remembered we have security chiefs in this country. This is just the beginning. More shootings will reach them. Definitely. Lawmakers, my foot. Okay, well, I mean, really, this is quite offensive. Really, really offensive. Honestly, I'm just tempted to say, God forbid, you know. Good morning, Obi. Terrorists attack military checkpoints at Zuma Rock, Abuja. Wow, government needs to wake up and fight against these attacks. Coates says the Buhari's ex-minister that asked court to disqualify Tinubu should seek for proper briefing because I don't see any basis as regards to this call. The increase in spate of insecurity within states in Nigeria is worrisome. The defense system needs a total reform. Thank God for the delivery of 6 attack helicopters from Turkey. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Okay, moving on. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I cannot take any more calls. I have to take another program right about now, and that is from IM Properties. Please stick around. Don't change the dial. It's Super 93.3 FM Port. My name is Obi Ivy.
We know what you want and how you want it.
Here's Super FM. Yeah! Music for the whole family. Talk for the whole family.